Emmanuel Navarrete survived the first knockdown of his career to join esteemed company among his beloved countrymen. A wild shootout with Australian fighter Liam Wilson saw both fighters hit the deck, but with Mexican Emmanuel Navarrete left as the last man standing to claim a ninth-round stoppage victory. Mexican fighter Emmanuel Navarrete was down in round 4 but rallied back to drop Liam Wilson in round 9. A relentless volley of punches was enough to force the third man in the ring, Chris Flores, to stop the fight to win the WBO junior lightweight title. Emmanuel Navarrete became a 3-division world champion in the process. It would eventually prevail, though neither fighter enjoyed a significant advantage in the early rounds. Liam Wilson found his comfort zone in a big way late in round 4. The Australian fighter spent the entire fight to that point in search of a home for his left hook from nowhere. It found its way to Emmanuel Navarrete's chin, which left the streaking Mexican fighter on unsteady legs. Emmanuel Navarrete was forced to the canvas for the first time in his career and unsteady upon rising to his feet. His mouthpiece was dislodged during the sequence, with an abnormally long time granted to recover before action resumed. The Australian fighter Liam Wilson continued to apply pressure until the bell, with Emmanuel Navarrete still without his faculties fully intact. In a moment that he may regret upon reflection, Wilson did not capitalize on the sequence in round 5. Emmanuel Navarrete landed a right hand early in the round 5 while he still attempted to regain his legs. Liam Wilson stood directly in front of the 2-division Mexican champion but was unable to inflict further damage as Emmanuel Navarrete resumed control of the fight by the end of round. The Mexican vaquero Emmanuel Navarrete was dialed in with his wide right hand, which landed around the Australian guard and to the body. His left hook also caused damage but was not enough to force Liam Wilson to back down. It would come back to haunt Emmanuel Navarrete, who was badly hurt late in round 6 and backed down on the canvas, though he managed to avoid a knockdown call as Liam Wilson's forward momentum forced him to fall. Two-way action in the final minute of round 7 drew a rise from the crowd. Emmanuel Navarrete grew increasingly accurate with his body punching attack but ignored his corner's instruction to refrain from throwing caution to the wind. Liam Wilson made him pay with a right hand in the closing seconds of the round as he headed back to his corner with blood trickling from his nose. The Mexican fighter connected with a right hand that caught the chin and the attention of Liam Wilson in round 8. The free-swinging Emmanuel Navarrete plowed forward but walked into a Liam Wilson left hook. Both fighters managed to land left hooks to the body, while Emmanuel Navarrete was able to get in one more shot upstairs before the bell, who unmercifully launched a barrage of punches. Liam Wilson tried in vain to survive the onslaught but didn't have the wherewithal to clinch. In round 9 was finally the point where Emmanuel Navarrete surged ahead and never looked back. A booming right hand by the Mexican fighter sent Liam Wilson crashing to the canvas in round 9. He beat the count but was at the mercy of vintage Emmanuel Navarrete. A final flurry along the ropes left Liam Wilson unable to defend himself and forced the third man in the ring, Chris Flores, to stop the fight to win the WBO super featherweight title.